just check your name. If you didn't register, you send it.
Well, I tried to, but nobody would ever email me back. I've been emailing for almost a year now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We are trying to figure out our whole like IT system. It's
Well,
kind of
all right. Well,
bits and pieces.
I was invited to attend an ordinance meeting, but when I had questions that nobody could answer, a couple of ladies were actually really rude.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
This is the blonde, which is maybe a step up.
They wouldn't call me back for some reason.
Let me make sure I can read your handwriting so
Sorry,
we
I
get
got
that.
frustrated too.
I have not
Me too.
Yeah, because I gotta put it, so I'm making sure.
Girls put pressure on me.
He's signing it, but I'm making sure it's legible enough so we get it into the system.
I can't tell you how many times I've asked somebody, can you
I was just watching one time before I came here. He was in a all federal employee.
Oh yeah, I got the dates from Madisonville. Yeah, they didn't never
Sign it.
Oh, okay.
but I do have them. I'm gonna read that just real quick, just make sure I can
All right, that's fine.
double check.
So how'd you find out about us?
Well,
So he's been on a
I
call
was in
before,
I was in a Zoom meeting before with y'all, and then nobody ever contacted me again like a year ago.
Is this was, did you wish your son?
Mandatory now. Well, it just got signed today.
I
remember that call.
Taking that call and putting it out there on the old internet. Isn't that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we want to educate people, right?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I mean, I would assume if we had your email the first time, it would have stayed in there. But I know we've had some issues kind of losing people before.
No, it was just that I had questions that people don't want to answer. You know what I mean? Like, I have tough questions, and I'm just, like, for example, Mom's the man actually pushes for these gun regulations, right?
I'm checking yes.
Those gun regulations is directly responsible for my son's death. 100% for before he'd had his firearm on him, he would be alive today. And his friend.
I want to make it so the person who hurt him didn't have a gun. Well, I would love to. I mean, technically it is. Technically it's illegal.
Well, right. Well, if you ban guns, it's like heroin. Heroin's been banned since the teens, right? Well, people died this year from opioid just as the court history before the gun thing.
Yeah, but I don't think the solution to that is to legalize heroin.
Well, I don't think it is either.
So if you take that to guns, it's not the...
But it's two different topics, though. So if you, I have the right. By the way, I can say yes.
Well, I would say there are certain things that, yeah, like government regulations, right? Like,
we're not talking about government. We're talking about watch the government. The government is here to protect our rights, not to impede on our rights. Right? That's why you can speak freely. That's why you can sit out here and do this. Should I have the right to say you can't do this? Well, yeah, but we did. We did.
And we went through it step by step.
No, yeah, we did. And
We
then,
did.
Hold on,
we
but
did.
then all your
And, we can honestly, sometimes we do reach a point where with 93% of America that supports.
That's not true at all.
And that's what drives us.
That's not true at all. Listen, I'm a convicted felon. You can take every gun out of this country you want, and I will be able to buy anything I want tomorrow.
And that's why we push for
Yeah, but here's what you do.
private sales.
Here's what you're doing. Listen, man, you're under the impression that people follow laws. Criminals follow laws.
I know, but then, here's my deal with laws. And laws are created to discourage, deter bad behavior. It seemed to work when we did cars and other laws, right? And seatbelts and
Well, I mean, not really.
Well,
Hold on.
it did.
It did.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving advocated, that's who we're modeled after, actually advocated for stronger, stricter laws, right? They were able, it took them 14 years, but they were able to cut these deaths, drinking and driving, by 50%. We're in a situation that when you look at guns, and we have gun owners.
But they didn't try to take the car away.
Right.
They have
Took the
taken
bad
away
behavior away.
license. They have taken away their license.
They
and
educated.
regulated. Right.
regulated.
They
You're
educated.
talking about two
See,
different
but
things.
you're
You're talking about
talking
drunk
about
driving,
two-
which is the drinking and driving, which is a bad choice.
We're still talking about
so you
we
keep
are,
interrupting me.
but what
One
we do
second.
is we're out to advocate. We're a life-saving
But you're not.
organization.
What you pushed killed my son. It's directly responsible for my son's death.
Here's
Listen,
my
hold on, time
question.
out. Let me talk for a second. My son has a 1.2 from concealed, shot on target, concealed, right? He died. Him and his friend died because of the crap you guys push. Why did you have the right to push the stuff that stopped my son from saving his life when he don't want to harm anybody? What you fail to see is how many guns you want by.
Sometimes we do reach a point where we say, we'll
No, I say that your son's life was worth what we're doing, and I'll walk away. I'll never talk.
No, we're evidence-based. We would never,
But it's not the evidence. Every town for gun safety lies. I went to every town for gun safety, and I read everything. So 44,000 hold on.
Here's my question.
You can see you won't let me talk.
But
Let me
why
talk.
did you come?
Because I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, educate. That's what I'm trying to get done. But I also want to educate. No, we didn't do it already because your answer was go to every town, which I did. Well, hold on. See, you won't even. This is what we did last time. You won't even let me talk. I'm disappointed in you.
Threw it out there, laughed at it.
Laughed at it? Who laughed at it?
Well, it
was about educating people.
But we can bring the YouTube up and all the time.
We can pull it up, but I can show you. I don't have any control what other people say.
Your words were, hey, you were so thrilled that you infiltrated a meeting. You're not about...
I never said that. That wasn't my words.
No.
But my words, I never say. I don't ever say thrilled.
It's okay.
So now you're
It's okay.
It's not okay.
No.
Because this is what you do. You want to be heard, but you don't want to hear, and that's the problem.
But we did.
If you were we
did.
didn't.
We spent a long time on that Zoom call, and we educated.
No, we played games. We sit there, and then every time I had a question, your answer was go to every town. So I did go to every town. So, and that's your answer, right? So
no, we
hold on, time out. 60% of all gun deaths every year, suicides. What the number that's left is gang related. Guys that are selling drugs that have been banned since the teens. You think they're going to care about you banning guns? What you do?
Why do we have any laws?
Why? Because people can't run their lives.
That's right. It's to encourage a civilized society.
It's not me. No. Time out. We're in a free society that was built on the individual. That's why we have rights.
Okay.
No, hold on. Time out. You're fine.
We're going to try to have a meeting here.
I know. I'm here for it.
And talk with individuals so they understand who we are.
Okay, well, I'm trying to understand who you are.
I feel like there's this brick wall that you don't see the connection of Moms Demand Action and saving lives.
This don't save lives, it costs lives.
Well, we can...
There was under Obama's CDC, up to 3 million lives were saved because of firearms. Not because they pulled the trigger, because of just showing a firearm. Which you don't realize.
We're an organization, if we can save one life, we feel a responsibility.
But what if you take one life?
We would never.
You did. You took my son.
Okay. No.
Yes. My son.
Do
Yes. Moms Demand Action supports laws that cost my son his life.
No.
My son was 20 years old. He could not carry. My son is 20 years old. He could not carry a firearm because of his age. No other reason. No other reason. That's it. Is that something that Moms Demand Action supports? Does Moms Demand Action support that law?
The law now in the books is 21 years.
I know.
Right?
So my son was 20.
And we agree with that.
Okay, you agree with that. So then you support the law that led to my son's death. My son would have not only saved his own life, 100% verified fact, it would probably save his friend's life too. So Moms Demand Action is, by your own logic, is directly responsible for 2 deaths.
Sir, I feel like you're not listening to so we keep saying this, and I have no doubt that your son was very good.
Right, exactly.
But what if the other person on the other side of that bullet was also following the law like your son?
That's right.
And
It broke our hearts when you told us that.
everybody has the right to keep marijuana, period. Okay, so the problem is here is you don't really understand what rights are. So the guy, hold on. The guy, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. And if you don't grasp onto that responsibility and manage it, then you have to accept the consequences for it. Just like the guy that killed my son, he's sitting in prison right now. You know what I did? I stood up there because they violated his rights, because I'm pro-freedom is what I am. I want you to be able to do whatever you want to do. As long as you're not violating anybody else's rights, more power to you.
Well, then let us continue to do our work.
But no, because you're killing people and you don't see it. No, you're I'm letting you, but you're directly responsible for people's deaths, and you won't acknowledge that. Is it worth it? You said if it saves one life. I know you will. I know
You said with your rights comes responsibility.
With any
Okay, all right, and I understand that,
like a
right?
gun owner,
And I understand that.
They have a responsibility
that law
to
led to my son not carrying a firearm.
say
who I advocate
model
for him to carry illegally
responsible
all the time.
behavior. We are
He didn't
all
want to
for
harm
that.
him. So
We
you guys
have a
think
gun
you can
safety
legislate
program.
What are the four universal 4 rules of gun safety?
I guess
Well,
Why
what
do you have?
our
Why do you have?
program is
What are the
secure and store your firearm when not in use. Secure it in your home or in your vehicle when not in use. So that's called safe storage. That's the M, the S in our acronym. The M is model.
I'm not talking about the universal gun safety rules, the 4 rules that have been around since the NRA was
Those
founded.
are incorporated into our gun safety program. And we use an acronym called SMART, S-M-A-R-T.
What's the next one?
We also look for, the A stands for ask. We have responsibility, so if I want to send my child on a play date or an overnight with or a teenage party or whatever, it's my responsibility to ask if the other individual where I'm sending, I lock my guns up responsibly, and now I'm going to have a teenage party. I would say for my son going there, do you also have your guns secured? The other one is R, look for risk of suicide. If an individual is exhibiting signs of suicide, you want to make sure he gets the help or she gets the help she needs and doesn't have easy access to a gun. And then the T is, of course, tell your peers about gun safety. And we worked with the American, is it called Sporting? Anyway, they are the experts in gun safety. It's a national organization. They helped us build this program.
What makes them experts?
And model what?
What makes them experts?
Because they teach gun safety and they decrease accidents, unintentional shootings, and misuse. Okay.
So education.
Education and actually how to hold a gun. If you have a gun, let's say you are going to have it up or down, you would not brandish it and aim. So all those basic behaviors. So we incorporate that into our gun safety.
Right. Well, so is killing somebody with a firearm.
But that still doesn't have anything to do with the 4 universal laws of gun safety.
What are you for? What are the 4?
Don't point your gun unless you intend to use it.
That's right. So
Always keep your finger off your trigger. Don't shoot what you don't intend to destroy, and know it's beyond your target. That is the criteria taught for every CCW class in this country. And I didn't hear one of those things.
It's in the actual M for model responsible behavior when holding a firearm. So I think that at this point,
I think part of the responsibility.
I was a little surprised that you guys would come back again.
Well,
you
no,
know
because
what
we
our
will.
answers are. You know what? Just watch his YouTube video.
I
His
help him with
YouTube.
his channel.
I know. Help him. Go back to that.
I-
Review it. Everything that we said that night
Yeah, I think you're on.
has not changed.
Okay.
So, coming to the meeting, you're looking for a change or a different answer. It's not going to happen tonight.
How many deaths per year are there as your number for a result of the
Well, since COVID, we're going to jump at 5,000. It increased tremendously. Generally, it's around 35,000 deaths. About 62% of those are suicide. We are now at for the year and during COVID, 40,000 per year.
There's 38,000 fatal car accidents per year. 8,000 of that is caused by people 65 years and older. Should we restrict their driving?
If they continue to break the law in driving, yes, then you would take away their license. It happens every day to individuals that don't drive responsibly. So many hits, your license is gone. So yes.
So how many hits would that be? How many lives would they have to take?
How many lives does a person that decides to go against the law and takes lives? One is too many.
Right. Okay, but why are you trying to restrict more people from being able to protect themselves?
We aren't.
The age thing itself.
We aren't. We support the Second Amendment. We want them to have a background check. We want them to go for a permit because with that comes required training. And the other one is, and again, there's age limits. And those are state laws and federal laws. And we follow those laws. We have gun owners in our organization that went through the legal process and model responsible gun ownership. So that's what we want to. It's going to be no different than what's on the Zoom. I'm going to encourage you to go back and watch the Zoom And every question that he answered,
You said
asked,
go to every town for gun safety.
no, go to his
That was
YouTube.
90% of the answer.
No. We gave statistics, and we gave who we were, and we talked about our goals and what we stand in and our mission. You just need to rewatch the YouTube that he took without our consent.
It's a one-party state.
It's fine. It's out there. You can watch it again. Our answers will never change. They will never change, okay? We are Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. That is never going to change, okay? We are a life-saving organization if we can save one life. And go back to the YouTube, and you'll hear me say that and a couple of others. It is all about saving a life. Will we save all of them? Is there one law that will save them all? No, there isn't.
There's one that would save more than what are being saved. The restrictions. You have mothers who have put restraining orders out on their ex-husband, and they have to wait 3 days until they can get a gun.
Kathy is an attorney, a Mom Demand Action volunteer, and we have a couple of other in our local group that actually worked with domestic violence. Okay, they have to have.
What does that do for the mothers that are dead already?
They have to have pretty good evidence. That just doesn't happen willy-nilly because a woman or a man says that they're being abused and let's take their gun.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the mom that can't get their
process.
gun, just like me. Anytime I go to get a gun here in the state of Ohio, because my name is so just a normal name, it's Christopher Harris, because it's so similar to everybody else. And there's another one in Sunbury, over by where I live, and he has felonies, and I have to wait 3 days.
Let me tell you about.
I could show
situation.
videos.
My name is Michelle, with one L. All through, when I turned 18, somehow the spelling came out to be Michael.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
The draft board was after
the time
me
it
for
takes.
months, all right? I had to physically go and be seen, okay, at that time, that I was a Michelle. We had to get my birth certificate. My parents had to come. I understand what a name and a misspelling or a like name can cause, but when it all comes down to them mistaking you, you get to keep your gun. You might get an apology, and you may still get your gun. They didn't come for your gun, did they?
What happens
because
if that
your name
person?
was similar.
What happens if that person dies in the waiting period?
I would think that you have enough within you to show that you weren't him.
I don't.
Wouldn't you fight that?
It's a 3-day hold
Do you
in
know
the
what?
state
We're
of
getting
Ohio.
down into the weeds now. We
But
want to
these
stay
all
up here.
encompass. No, this law encompasses what you guys support.
But you're not hearing that we are
You think you
supportive
are.
of the Second Amendment. And with that right comes responsibility. I'm just going to end. Here's what I'm going to end with. Go back to this gentleman's YouTube. Watch, and listen to our answers. These are the same questions we had last time. We were
I know that
happy
wasn't a
to
question
answer
he
that.
asked.
Well, not about Christopher Harris.
No, I'm not.
Sure about name, and he was.
I'm talking about the 3-day
and
hold.
understandably so.
The
He is
age
going to
limits.
always.
The
Listen,
restrictions.
Can I ask
yeah.
a question?
Yeah.
What's your purpose in coming here tonight?
Yeah.
To find out your true purpose.
And you see it
Well,
on YouTube.
our purpose is-
You taped a meeting.
Yeah.
You know what the answers are.
I don't think you're here to try to
and
find
I
out
told
what
you
No,
this
because
is never
I don't
gonna
think
change.
I don't
This hasn't
think you
changed since our
understand
YouTube.
what you're.
But you're taking away. We're taking
I
away
don't think we
time.
need to engage with this.
We aren't.
because you're
Not
not
anymore.
really here to find out what
He
we,
is not.
what
no.
we want.
And you know, we are here for people that showed up to understand who we are and then allow them to make their decision.
Shouldn't it be about what you
have
guys are
made-
doing, not who you
You've
are?
made your decision. You don't support what we support. So let's go now. Let's have time with others, okay? And it is a free world.
It
You
is.
do get
I
to.
won't stop you.
But we haven't changed since the YouTube.
Hey guys,
Hello, how are you?
we're just going to end this.
We're trying to learn.
Well, but
Yeah, are- is he though?
YouTube. Review the
Yeah.
Zoom YouTube. It's the same questions. we're
gonna
talking
cut this
about
off
it again.
because-
We never got the answer.
But thank you for coming.
Sir, I'm trying to give you the
They're
information.
not gonna let
She just said that she appreciated my son following the law and then wound up leading to his death. Did you say that?
We are
I
not.
think it's because of some politics.
So you think that his
And I
life
feel
is worth,
bad.
but you're drinking and driving.
Are we recording again because we
Right.
want
You
to
and I
put
both
this
know that
on
there's
record?
a limit on the alcohol content. But
Doesn't matter. Oh, so it's okay as long as you have,
No,
if
we're
you have this
gonna-
much
Anna-
alcohol.
that's not what
Oh, that's how the law works. So you're
Sir,
okay
I
to drink and
spent a
drive.
bunch of minutes here.
Yeah.
Okay, it helps me.
But you're not. Because you just said my son's life is
No, we came here to ask questions. We're
I know,
not.
but it's the same.
But you're not listening to the answers.
You guys aren't listening to us.
You're
though.
not really
Yeah,
interested.
listen to us at all.
So I can say you guys aren't really interested in what your actual, what you're trying to do. You say you're 2A supporters.
We're not trying to convince
Because there's not the answer.
people.
What the hell you aren't?
No, we're not trying to convince you of anything.
Not us, but you're trying to convince the whole country.
Okay, we're not engaged with you anymore.
Thank you, though, for coming. Thank you.
You're on the law.
Thank you for coming. Listen,
Right, but you can't talk, right?
no, she can talk.
No, you're not going to talk.
No, we
I've
need
given
we
you,
have
sir.
others to talk to. Let us talk.
Sir, I've given
I'm trying to learn.
Go back to
Educate me.
your
I did.
YouTube.
I did. You said go to Everytown. I did. And I can debunk everything that's on Everytown, like I'm doing right now. You know how many people die in this country every year?
We
that wake
do
up?
know.
They just wake up with bullets in their head.
people that usually
But that's not my ass. Yeah, there's 40,000 people.
What's your name, sir?
Nicholas Bolt. 60%
Nicholas
of the-
what?
Well,
Well, I don't using the same names as they did.
no, he's not shy with his name, and I told you my name earlier, Christopher Harris.
Remember, 80% of that's gang violence.
that math doesn't
Let
work
us
out.
pass some information to individuals.
Yeah, you guys, we're trying to have a meeting.
Right, we're
know,
trying
that's
to
why
have a
we're here.
meeting.
No.
We already had a meeting with you. Please review the YouTube.
So we are only allowed one meeting?
No, you can come back anytime, but the questions, if they're the same, I would say you've got it recorded. Watch it again.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
I know
We
it
are the
hasn't.
same.
I get that.
We are the
Yeah,
same.
but you're responsible for my son's death. What you push is responsible for my son's death, that she just said. My son following the law. No, it's not. You support a law that led to my son's death. He is dead right now. His friend is dead because of the crap you guys support.
I spent a lot of time listening to you tonight, and I hope you feel heard because I sat there and listened. You're not listening back to us.
Yeah, I am listening, but it makes no sense. You think you have the right to drink and drive.
Because
You
we're
have the
not
right to stand
giving
here
you
and
the
talk.
answer you want to hear,
No,
doesn't mean
no.
we'll discuss. It's not.
You should recognize it. Recognize that you support a law that led to my son's death. Recognize that. You won't recognize it. You recognize you support the law that says you got to be 21 years old to buy a firearm, right? My son was 20 years old. Never had he never been in jail, no felonies, never harmed anybody. Right? He carried a firearm illegally all the
We're
time.
having the same conversation on you. I've listened to you.
It's falling on deaf ears,
I
man.
know, man. I know. They don't get it. They don't get it.
Okay,
But here's the thing.
bye. Thank you.
Man, every gun in the country is the
Thank
only
you.
one's going to have it. I know. Go back and look at I have reviewed. All it is go to Everytown and look. All the answers are over there. And all on the wall.
Thanks.
I'd still be here, but you don't want to talk. You don't want to educate.